Nissan has been busy for the last year revising their entire sedan model lineup. You had the new Versa, the new Ultima, and you know what? Now you got the new Sentra. Hey guys, welcome to Chris Mack. In this review, we have this 2024 Nissan Sentra SR, and I'm going to show you all the features, take it on the drive, and give you guys my final verdict. But you know what? Let's try remote start this time. We're going to lock the doors, hold down the key fob. Boom, on the first try. Now, let's go ahead, drum roll, get into this review. Looking on the outside of the 2024 Nissan Sentra SR, this is your key fob. You do have a lock, a remote start function, as well as a unlock, trunk release, and a panic button with the Nissan logo up top. Now, as equipped, this vehicle is $28,555. It is dressed in a two-tone Aspen White exterior on a black interior with orange accents on the interior as well as the exterior. I recently did see a little bit of the orange accents on the facelifted Ultima as well as the facelifted Versa. Now it's on the Sentra. But looking at the front end design, you can see the revised V-motion grille with dark chrome accents, the badging, and then right there's your Nissan logo, which does also double as your sensor for the adaptive cruise control. You do have LED lighting for your low and high beams as well as daytime running lights, as well as halogen turn signals right there. The SR is the more sporty exterior designed version of the Sentra. So let me get a 3/4 view right there. Boom. You have an 18-inch alloy wheel wrapped in a 215 width tire. But I am liking the floating roof design that they do have, making this vehicle look more sleek. You have blacked out mirror caps. And you can see right there the floating roof. Now this version does have the premium package, the SR premium package for $2,490. You do have a 6-way power driver seats. You have a Moonroof 360 camera, heated steering wheel, and a couple more niceties, which I will put in the description below. Keyless entry right there for the front door handles. And you can see the Moonroof right there. Another look at the window sticker. I'll put all this information down below. Now coming around to the rear of the Sentra, you can see you do have a single exit exhaust right there on the driver's side and all halogen taillights with turn signals right there. Your reverse lights are right here, and then this is where your brake lights are. Being the SR being a more sporty exterior oriented trim, you do have a little spoiler right there making this look a little bit more aggressive, and also parking sensors right there in the rear. Now opening the trunk, you'll find 14.3 cubic feet of space. You can also fold down the seats in a 60-40 fashion. But now let me show you guys under the hood. Hood releases right here. Boom. Boom, there we go. Now under the hood of this Sentra, you have a 2-liter 4-cylinder with a Xtronic CVT for a total system output of 149 horsepower with 145 pound-foot of torque. You'll get 30 in the city, 38 on the highway, and 33 combined. Vehicle weight is 3,084 pounds. As this one is equipped, it is front-wheel drive. Now I was hoping Nissan actually did release a Nismo version with like a turbo engine. I think that would be a cool idea. Kind of different how they have Nissan scripted right there on like the outside of the engine. You can see the motor mount over there. Boom, there we go. Three-quarter view right there for you guys. Boom. But now let's hit the interior. We're gonna start out in the back seats. Now with the seat adjuster for me at 5'6", I will have about 3 inches of legroom. As far as headroom goes, I have about 1.5 inches of headroom. Back here you do have one USB-A port for charging, little storage compartment right there, as well as a center console with 2 cup holders. And you do have some illumination up top. Though I wish it was LED. Here's a quick look to the front cabin. But let's hit the driver's seat. Now also I wanted to point out too is over here on the door panels, you can see a little bit of the leather right here. It is actually soft touch. And the vehicle in the segment is actually kind of rare that they have just the details in this car. Now looking over here at the driver's seat, you can't see you have your window controls. They are automatic only for the driver, but you can see all the soft touch leather right here with the orange stitching. Just really makes it pop on the inside, as well as the Bose system, which does come with this premium package as well. Your power driver's seat right there, the two-way lumbar support, your back as well as bottom support, your gas tank and hood release, and a trunk release button right there. You also have a eco button with cluster illumination and a trip reset. A manual tip telescoping steering column. In Nissan fashion, you have your light controls over here, your wiper controls on that side, and this is your steering wheel. This is a 3-spoke design. It is heated, and you have all your various different controls over here for your volume, your screen right here, your cluster, as well as all your driver assist and other interface functions. But looking in front of you, they have a 7-inch helper display or a central cluster right here. You can toggle through your various different menus using this button right here. So you have your speed, as well as your driver assist information, your MPGs, tire pressures, your media functions, as well as the driver assist page right there. So you can see where everything is on or off. And if you hit the OK button, you can change these settings right there for lane keep, blind spot, as well as emergency braking. And then you have your traction control, driver assist, a eco mode setting right there. Clock, some more vehicle settings right there for the lighting, wipers, your door locks are on, maintenance, customizable displays right there, and more functions right there, boom. But that's your home page where you have your tack right there in the middle for your digital speedo. You can kind of have like your speedo and media functions right there. But looking over here at the infotainment, this is a 8-inch display right here, your Nissan Connect. So going back, this is your main home page. You have your clock right there. If we swipe over, you do have all your media functions for the Apple CarPlay. Now I do want to try a quick audio test. Now keep in mind this has a 8-speaker Bose sound system, so let's try out the audio. Now, as you can see, the Bose sound system, I think, is probably the best in the mainstream car segment. It just has a lot of bass and sound quality. But going back to your home page, you have some more functions right there for your radio, AM, FM radio, and some more customizable menus right there. And you have some shortcut buttons for the illumination of the screen. You can have it in a daytime or nighttime mode, track forward and back your audio functions, as well as the home button, your phone, and a camera button right there. So I hit the camera button, it'll pull up the 360 camera. I'll talk a little more about that when we go to the gear shifter where I put in reverse and stuff. But you have a back button right here if you do make a mistake. But you can see right there, you have all these various different views. Some shortcut buttons right there for your CarPlay, again, audio, Bluetooth connections, information right there, as well as your settings. So you can basically change and customize everything about this Sentra right here. Looking further down below, you have 3 air vents with your hazard control right there in the middle, a 2-stage heated front seats with a single-stage heated steering wheel. Right now it's about 40-something degrees, so we got that on right now, and I am toasty. You have a dual-zone climate control right there, a auto start stop defeat, and then you have your charger ports to connect with the infotainment, as well as charging. So you do have a USB-C port, a USB-A port, which I have connected right now from my iPhone, aux cord, and you have a 12-volt over there. This is your push button start. This is how you turn on the vehicle. And this right here is your gear shift, put into reverse. This one does have the premium package, so you have the 360 camera with trajectory lines, neutral drive, and you have a low mode right there. And you got a sport mode. If you hit the little thing right here, you see a little icon come up inside of the screen. So that's drive sport when you hit the little tab. Little spot right there for your coins. And then you got a cup holders right here, which are pretty good size. But you see a little bit more of this orange stitching right here on top of the center console, which honestly does go pretty deep for a compact car like this. Like, look, my hand, it goes pretty good. Up top, you do have your rearview mirror right there with some illumination up top, your Nissan connected functions, telematics, and so on. And with this one being the premium, you have the power moonroof up top, which does let in pretty good light. And you can also tilt it open if you push in the middle right there. But that's basically all the features of the Sentra. So now let's go ahead and take it for a drive and see some of the changes for 2024. So let's go. We are behind the wheel of the 2024 Nissan Sentra SR. Speaking of visibility out the front, rear, and sides, I can see very good over the hood, as well as out the side mirrors and even out the back. Now, the Sentra did get a facelift for this 2024 model year. She did get a revised front fascia, which I have to say looks a lot more fresher, meaner, and aggressive. Now, speaking of seat comfort is good. These do have a leatherette seat with this SR premium package, which I highly recommend. You have heated seats, 2-stage, as well as a heated steering wheel, which is 1-stage. Now, as stated in the walkaround, this does have the SR premium package for $2,490, which is a package I highly recommend. So you get all of the technology upgrades. You can see right there, auto start stop is very smooth, just sitting here at the light. You put the eco button right there. This will be in your max economic setting for maximum amount of range. Now this one is rated at 30 in the city, 38 on the highway, and 33 combined. In this configuration, has the 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder with the Xtronic CVT, about 149 horsepower with 145 pound-feet of torque. Just a quick another summary of the specs. But the auto start stop is so smooth. If I just sit here at the light, and it won't kick on now because, you know, my foot already went off. But is that a Maybach over there? Sweet. But yeah, it's very just calm, quiet, and auto start stop is actually pretty smooth, which is a good thing as well. You can deactivate it right there where it says that auto off right there. Now, speaking of down there, I want to talk a little bit more about the technology aspect of this Sentra. So you do have a 7-inch helper cluster screen right here, so I can put up the speed. Oh, let's turn that off so we don't get demonetized. Boom, there we go. But you have your radio functions right there, your miles per gallon. You can put up all your driver assist technology right here, so you can see a little diagram of the forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, and blind spot information, which is cleverly integrated right there on the door. You also have your vehicle settings right there for the display. But going back to your home page, this is where you can find your speedo right there. You guys can see it, but it does have the lane keeping assist, which will pull you back in your lane and also give you vibrations in the wheel. You can see that right there. There we go. You can kind of hear it a bit. Yeah, we need this lane here. Yeah, I'm trying to get a little bit more acquainted with the area, but you can see right here, just driving around the city vehicle is very smooth, quiet, fine. You see right there, auto start stop. There we go, kicked right in. It's a little bit of a shudder when it kicks back on, but for a more mainstream vehicle, it's amazing. We're gonna go ahead in the sport mode. You just hit right there on the end of the gear shift, the little button. And you see right there, when you put into this more sport mode, the shifting, everything just gets a lot more aggressive than in its standard more mode right there. And the Xtronic CVT will hold the RPMs about 2,000 RPM. Now, as we sit behind this BMW 2 Series, another compact car, I want to throw on the adaptive cruise control. Boom, there we go. We'll set that up. You have up to 3 fogging distances, so that's 1. You can go all the way out to 3 right there. But I think 2 is like the perfect middle ground. But it's using the camera up top to follow traffic in front of it. And it is doing a pretty good job of that. So you can see right there, when you do activate it, it will actually pull up inside of this cluster screen right there. Your adaptive cruise control, and you can see the lane keeping assist when you do veer over right there. Of course, the lane keep want to work when I would do it by accident, but yeah. But yeah, the driver assist definitely does work very good. Now, speaking of technology, this one has the 7-inch cluster, as I stated before. I'll show you guys a walk around and a walk around, as well as a short demo as we are on the road. And you do also have this 8-inch infotainment over here. Now, I do wish I did have wireless connectivity. The sound system, the 8-speaker Bose, is amazing. Highly recommend that. It's probably the best sound system for the mainstream segment. But I just wish that it had the wireless capabilities, just like in its bigger brother, the Ultima. I'm getting distracted by the vanity plate. Brrr, it's cold. Guess that's what that means. There we go. You can see the lane keeping working right there. Now it wants to be a little bit more responsive. When the light turns, we will bust the U-turn. Check out the turning radius. You can see right there, auto start stop kicks on with no problem. All right, we're in this sport mode. We'll do a quick pull up the hill, right? Yeah. And that was like 60 miles an hour. Now, acceleration is about the 9-second range. And I mean, it's adequate enough horsepower, but you really get the miles per gallon, which is something you probably look for in a vehicle like this. So you need to worry about MPGs, or I mean, horsepower, yeah. And look, there we go. Auto start stop. So smooth, so seamless. It's great. And if you want to eke out even more range, you can hit the Eco button right there on that side of the dash to get the max amount of range. But the materials, though, for a subcompact or compact car like this, they're pretty good. All the soft touch, the orange stitching on the inside. Now, I've noticed, too, for Nissans, that's more of a SR kind of specific thing, where now they have the orange on the inside, the outside badging. So they really just added, like, kind of its own level of, like, differences between the various different trims. Now, in this segment, though, as we get a little bit closer to the dealership, you have so many different offerings in this segment. You have the Honda Civic, which is like the class leader. I mean, the Civic is like the pioneer of the wireless connectivity. It has the more mature exterior styling. And I think that's probably gone a little bit more on the upscale side. It's like, I would say, like, I wouldn't want to say luxury car, but it's like, it's on the verge of that. It was like kind of Mazda 3 in the segment where it's like, it has the technology and it's just getting better and better, and it's getting a little more luxury, a little bit of features here, there. But this definitely does have that youthful edge to it. That, and also the Hyundai Elantra, which is also a main competitor in the segment, as that's more the value proposition, where you get like the digital dashboards, you get all the stuff. I was recently in one of those about a month or two ago, I believe it was September, where I reviewed the limited package, and I think that was like about $30,000. And the amount of technology difference between this and that is, there's a little bit of a difference, but you pay for it. Downtown Bethesda. Every time you get that feedback in the steering wheel. Honestly, I do like that, but let's get a little bit closer. I want to also talk about what I think about this vehicle. I'm busy talking about the competitors, but the ride is pretty good with these 18-inch wheels. You have multi-link in the rear, so you really just dampen down the ride a bit. But it is definitely a nice package overall. What I really like is the technology of this with the driver assist technology, all the features, content, as stated before. Please go for the SR Premium package because that honestly is a rare package. I can't tell you how many Sentra SRs I've looked at that didn't have that package, and that's a very crucial package to give you that more technology-focused aspect where you just have all the features that you'd want. Heated steering wheel, you have the speaker system, 8-speaker Bose, just have it all. Oh, and the 360 camera. All right, let's go back to chill mode. But yeah, so that's all I have to say about this Sentra for 2024. I am liking the changes and everything that they do have. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. This is Chris signing out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.